Hello, Obooters from around the world. My name is Kais and I am 12 years old and I live in Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome to our Oboot Zoom session where me and my co-host Amira, who is 12 years old and also lives in Boston, Massachusetts in the United States, will be interviewing our guest changemaker Ndakuna Fonso, who is from Cameroon but is currently studying at Harvard University. Ndakuna is a social entrepreneur and a business transformation expert. With a background in nursing, he is the founder of Harda healthcare clinics and hospital in Cameroon. Ndakuna work links to several sustainable development goals, especially to goal number 3, health and well-being. Amira and I will ask questions to Ndakuna about his background, his journey, his work, his skills, and his impact. We hope that you will enjoy this session, and I will now start with our first question to our guest. Can you please tell us a little bit about you and what you do for work?
Thank you very much for having me. So I am Ndakuna Fonso Amidou from Cameroon. I come from a small village in the northwest of Cameroon called Bambalang, where I was born and bred. So I grew up in Cameroon, went to school in Cameroon, and then after high school I did nursing. After nursing I left for the United Kingdom. So that's kind of my background, but I later on went in a more changed career, went into nursing and went into telecommunication. So I trained as an engineer, and then did other things after that, including starting a number of healthcare clinics in Cameroon, and now working on building a full hospital.
Okay. Why did you start building clinics in Cameroon? What inspired you?
I was working as a mental health nurse at the time in the UK. I visited Cameroon, and like I said, I grew up in the village. So when I visit Cameroon, the first thing I do is I go to the village. And at this point in time, there was no healthcare center in my village. While I was visiting and in the village, my next door neighbor went to the farm, sustained a wound, and because he had no access to a nurse to clean and look after the wound, it got contaminated and she died as a result of that. But all of this happened while I was in the village, and I had to make a decision whether just pretend as if I have seen nothing and move back to the UK where I had a comfortable life, or to try and do something about it. I decided to do something about it, and that's where I started the first Harda polyclinic. It was the beginning was more bravery than anything that I had planned, but over the number of years that have passed, 14 years now, I kind of improve, how I now do these activities.
All right. Do you plan on making any other clinics in different countries?
At the moment, that is a long-term vision. So my short-term vision is, at the moment, like I said, I started in my village, then I expanded to city, like the biggest city in Cameroon, Douala. That I have a number of healthcare clinics there now, and that's also where I'm building the hospital. My short-term vision is to build the biggest hospital in Douala. But I also have a long-term vision, which is to replicate the same structure across Cameroon and Africa. So we're looking at about 10 years out from now.
Imagine your dream hospital. What does it look like?
My dream hospital is the one that provides end-to-end healthcare services to people that are sick. And if I use any word which you don't understand, you please ask me and I would explain. End-to-end, I mean that a lot of people, when you're sick, you go to the hospital, it might be that what you need the doctors to do or the nurses to do is what we call primary care. So, it's maybe just, you go through consultation, you give them some medication, you go home. But it might also be that you need more than primary care. So you go into secondary and tertiary care, which means that the doctor who does the consultation might think that you need an operation, for example. What typically is happening at the moment in Cameroon is the primary care facilities are very distinct or different from the secondary and the tertiary. So my dream hospital is one that brings all of this together. So I'm building a hospital that connects the primary care services into the secondary and tertiary. So we have a situation where a patient don't need to be visiting different structures to get the care that they need. So they can get everything at Harda Polyclinic.